Good Tuesday morning, East Tennessee. My name is David Aldridge, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Happy to report that we finally have some rain in the area. Oh, yes, and you know what we also have in the area? It's the eggnog from Weigel's. It's back just in time for the holiday season. Love it because it's a limited time only type of thing, so you might want to pick up a quart, maybe pick up a pint, maybe pick up a half a gallon like I did on Sunday, just in time for the holiday. It's back, Tennessee's favorite eggnog. Check it out at Weigel's near you. Pick up multiple bottles. You'll be a big hit at this Thanksgiving dinner. It's just better when it's fresh, farm to store in 24. It's just better when it's with Tennessee cows. Got to tell you what an amazing morning it is so far. I know it's only 6:40, but when you take a look at what I'm about to show you here, we're going to go from our current live stream begins shortly to the rain. Oh, is that coming here? Oh, yes, it is. It's already here. Well, I haven't had much. No, we haven't had much. I believe last report at 6 a.m. we've had 0.02 at McGee Tyson. But that looks like it's about to change. There's some yellow areas there between Maryville, Knoxville. So there's some rain coming. We can rejoice. This has been a long time in coming. The ultimate Doppler radar showing a little bit of that rain. You can see it also causing some issues, maybe some ponding on the roads, maybe in Scott County. They're getting some rain there. And I can see it's coming into Knoxville. Oh, it's sliding into town. Cedar Bluff, Farragut, getting some rain there. Oh, it's nice to see this rain. Isn't this nice? This is like watching so much excitement. It's like watching a guilty pleasure in weather. Oh, it's raining in Carnes, everybody. Oh, it's raining. It has been raining in Jefferson City, even though it was briefly around, but now it's disappeared. It'll come back in stages, but do expect some sizable rain today. At least measurable rain. We haven't had that much in the last couple of weeks or months. But it's raining around LaFollette and Clarefield and Speedwell. We've got some moderate rain between Oneida and Winfield at this hour. So if you're getting some rain, let me know. I'm on YouTube and Facebook. 0.02 is what they've had at McGee Tyson as of 6 a.m. We'll get another report at the top of the hour. But 0.19 in Oak Ridge and almost a half inch between Wartburg and Kingston and also Crossville. That's pretty nice. That's a good start. That would be nice if we could just close in on an inch of rain. That would be a real bonus. But if you're on the call, want to say good morning to you. I'm on Facebook. I'm checking out my phone here. But I'm also on YouTube, so let me know if you would like to give me a comment. I see Steve Stone over here. He says good morning. He's got the happy face. Diane Babinski says good morning. Glad to have Diane over here. And on Facebook, of course, I got to open up this. I've been on my app, as you can imagine, just watching all the rain coming down. It's just like something fun to watch. Maybe you're of that same mindset like I am. It's been a long time. My grass is crunchy, my leaves are crunchy, and comes a point where you're just ready to have something change up, just a little mix. I see a note from John Smiley. Oh, at least he's watching. Fred says, good morning, praying everyone stays safe. I agree, because it's a big travel day today, too. Not everybody travels tomorrow, although a good number of people do. But maybe you're on the road today, and if you are, let me know. Wanda Post says that wind blew so hard it hit my trailer about 2 a.m. It was high wind. Hope it slows down. I'm going to show you some power outages here, too, coming up. Carrie says, good morning. Hope everyone has a safe and blessed day. Thank you, Carrie, for that. As we take a look at the rainfall so far, maybe a half inch in some spots in the plateau, or at least approaching that, but only in the valley, maybe 0.02. Just a little hint. This is just the appetizer. It's not the main course. It'll slide in during the course of today, so we will expect more in the way of rainfall. Now, we have a fire weather warning that will last for another 17 minutes. Then it'll go away. Think about all those winds, no rain, fires can get out of control. And some people aren't using their noggin. Maybe they're not using their noggin, thinking, I'm going to light some matches. That's a bad thing. Bad thing when it's this dry. You know it to be true. But fire weather warning until 7 o'clock today. That's just until about 16 minutes away from that'll disappear. Now, the outages, I alluded to that a moment ago. They've had about 1,000 power outages in Sevier County. Now, that may not all be in Seymour, might be more the higher terrain, but where those winds have been pretty gnarly, they've actually taken out, maybe some trees have come down, they've affected the power. About 100 outages in Cott County, and this could be continuing to grow, because look at the wind speeds now. Some of those wind speeds, you can see like McGee Tyson, it's 5 miles an hour. It's like, what wind are you talking about? Go to the mountains. It's a totally different story where they could see, if you see the color, well over 30 miles an hour, sustained. That's the yellow area from the legend. And so some areas in southern Sevier County are getting some really harsh winds. The high wind warning will last until 4 o'clock today. So winds 25 to 40 in this Golden area, and they've even worded the National Weather Service upped it from 80 to 85. So some of the higher terrain going to feel some really nasty winds today, right through 4 o'clock this afternoon. And look at the projections. I mean, granted, this may all be fantasy world because it's a model. It's not reality. But if we just look at some of those numbers in the Smokies, you see 48, 54, 67. There's some nasty winds through this morning. So some of the peaks, some of the hilltops, going to find some really strong winds. Now, Oak Ridge might be 10 to 20. Well, Knoxville might be 5 to 10. It's just one of those things. So just be prepared. If you're driving today in the rain, know that the wind is also part of the story. And the story means you're going to have some nasty winds in some parts of the Smokies if you're driving to North Carolina. Maybe you're headed on the road today to get to Grandma's house and so on. I see an 80. Look at that. South of Newport, east of Sevierville, the model says, hey, this is 80. 80-mile-an-hour winds at 2 o'clock today. No, not at my house. Maybe not at your house, but somebody's house up in the Smokies. Maybe a cabin. That's a possibility. If you're on the call, I want to say hi to you. I'm looking at some notes. Paige is watching. Courtney is watching. I've got some other folks. James is watching. And Elaine Wilson says, good morning. Love the rain. You're with me, Elaine. You and I can celebrate the rain that we're getting in East Tennessee because it's been, what has it been since August? Since we've had above normal rainfall? We've been below normal rainfall all of September, all of October, and most of November. Unless today kind of changes the tide because we're almost, he says, almost 6 inches below normal for the year. So if we get an inch, we're like 20%, 18%. It's not much rain. I mean, every bit helps. I'm not going to discount it, but we do need this rain. There's no question about that. Future wind gusts do slow down after 4 o'clock. That's when the high wind warning expires and all the bright red colors disappear. So by 4 o'clock, it's likely the wind advisory, the high wind warning, for the Smokies will expire on time. It's just my expectation. You can see it evidence there in the data. By 5 o'clock, they may be more like 10 to 20. Here's the bigger picture. There's more reinforcements from Huntsville, Alabama, going to slide into the Knoxville area, so we're not done with the rain. It's just because if you look out the window, you say, I didn't get much. Well, it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. It's just getting started, because this will continue to flourish. While they might be getting snow around Wisconsin in parts and the Great Lakes, it's just going to be a rain event for us. And you can see it extends all the way up into the Ohio Valley. A big travel mess for those traveling on the roads today, because this is moving from west to east. So if you're headed east to Virginia or North Carolina, South Carolina or Georgia, which is more south, you will find more rain. So if you were playing the home game version, you might expect 4 1/4 inches of rain in November, but we have been lacking. Tell me about it. Yeah, I know, 0.05 as of this very hour, because we had 0.03 at midnight, and we've added 200 since midnight so far. But if we add another inch, maybe that gets us up to an inch or so. Well, we're still well below normal, and the month is not over just yet. But the future rainfall shows one element that suggests that we get close to an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter, before, say, 9 o'clock tonight. That'd be nice. Maybe some of us could get an inch and a half. That'd be a real sweet bonus if the rain in Huntsville begins to flourish here. Here's another look, another model. It suggests that we get about an inch. I think they're both models are pretty consistent with about an inch for the Knoxville area. Yeah, about an inch, inch and a half. So, I mean, there could be standing water. Hard to imagine. This one suggests almost 2 inches in the Oak Ridge area. Clinton as well. So if this were to verify, there's going to be some rains that you say, I didn't know it was going to rain this hard. Got a 100% chance today. I don't use that willy-nilly. I don't use that willy-nilly. I mean, 100% chance. Does it mean it rains every minute of the day? Maybe not. But at least the high probability that we're going to get some significant rain arrives to your doorstep here on Tuesday. All right, it's Thanksgiving. It's almost here. I see some folks I mentioned on YouTube. Steve's on here. Diane's here. If you're on YouTube, let me know. I'm keeping an eye on that. I'm also watching you on the phones. If you have got a comment, let me know. I see some new coming in. Scott's watching, and Carrie was saying, hey, hope everyone has a safe and blessed day if you're traveling today on Thanksgiving. Please be sure that you drive slowly during that rain event. We'll call it a rain event because we haven't had much rain in about 2.5, 3 months. Thanksgiving is almost here. Whether you're with family or friends, we hope that you'll have a safe one. 57 is our current temperature in Knoxville. These are the current readings in Jacksboro and Middlesboro at 50. It is 52, Morristown, White Pine, and it's 56 in Newport, where Wanda is, 52 in Crossville, 53 in Oak Ridge to start the morning. So if you're expecting a real warm day today, you may be disappointed. Yesterday, we got up to 68 degrees as expected. That was my expectation like last Friday. We hit 68, and we hit 68 yesterday. Today, we officially hit 65 at 1:08 in the morning. Boy, that's precise. Yeah, 1:08 in the morning, based on the records from McGee Tyson. Well, 65 was the high. Don't think we'll get back to 65, maybe 62 to 64, kind of like a bounce back slowly into the low 60s, but that's my expectation today. Don't expect much change because of the rain, but the winds are certainly picking up from the south, so that could help bring in some of the warmth you see in Birmingham right now and some of the warmth you see in Huntsville. Isn't this very descriptive? Look at those winds. You can see where the front is. It's just driving it into Nashville and Bowling Green. All the wind and then the colder air lurks behind. Visibility, by the way, because of the rain and low clouds, maybe 3 or 4 miles between Oak Ridge and Jacksboro. Not a huge situation there. But these clouds are full of moisture today. And where you see blue are the thicker clouds, and where you see yellow, even more. I mean, these are all cold cloud tops. So these are like the loaded car wash sponge, just waiting to ring out in your backyard or front yard. I mean, it's coming. So the rain is knocking on the door. Meanwhile, take another look with the rain overlaid here. You can see there's still some like a fire hose of rain near Huntsville, and it's headed in the direction of Knoxville. So be prepared. The rain will pick up in intensity in the next hour or two, very likely. Now, you might be laughing. You might be crying. You're laughing because, hey, I'm thrilled. It's an answer to prayer. I got some rain today. Or you might be crying that I can't see the sunrise today. No, probably not going to see it today. May not see much of a sunset because it will be mostly cloudy tonight. But the sun goes down at 5:25. So if that gives you some idea, we're still about a half hour away from the sun coming up when it gets at least a little bit brighter. Getting the kids to school might be a challenge if there's some standing water where you are. I'm looking at that heavier rain in Oneida, parts of Scott County right now. But 59, 10 a.m., and by, say, 2 o'clock, 64 degrees. We'll kind of settle into the low to mid-60s this afternoon. So 63, Oak Ridge, about 61 for Morristown during the day here. 66 in Newport, and 63 in Crossville. Hey, by the way, the tropics doesn't seem like much, but the National Hurricane Center, just days before the end of hurricane season, has placed a 50% chance. So what you're saying is there's a chance. Yeah, there's a 50% chance we get Vince, and Vince isn't going to pause any. Probably going to move away into the middle of the Atlantic, and then a 10% chance they're well south of Jamaica for a possible storm north of South America. So those are the two areas the Hurricane Center is watching. So Vince and Whitney, if we made it that far this year, well, let's finish off the list. Just scratch it off if you're playing the home game version. Now, down the road, it does turn colder. My premium members have known this for weeks, and they get more specifics than just the big old November 29 or December 5. That's a big range, Aldrich. When's it going to really get cold? Well, that's why I encourage you to join me on the Captain Accurate Premium site on Facebook, because we dive into this every day, virtually every day, and we talk about what days are more inclined with pattern recognition, what days are more inclined to turn awfully cold. And if we have above normal precipitation, mainly south of Atlanta, but could graze East Tennessee, would it be a snowmaker? Those questions we like to answer ahead of time on Premium. By the way, headlines today: rain at last, leftover showers tonight with some spotty rain tomorrow, travel Wednesday. But you might be traveling today. So how does he know I'm traveling today? I don't know. But if you are traveling today, make sure you pick up a bottle of the eggnog from Weigel's. It's back for a limited time. Weigel's eggnog is delicious. It's Tennessee's favorite, don't you know? And you can be a huge hit, because in the Aldrich household, I'm not allowed to cook, but I certainly am. I'm allowed to clean up the dishes, and I do a good job with that. But if I bring, like I did on Sunday, just a couple of days ago, I bought the half-gallon, the eggnog. I became a hero, because my daughter's like, yay, oh, well, good, this will go well with dessert. So you have some eggnog at the Thanksgiving table. Maybe pick up a bottle, maybe pick up 2 bottles. Because why? It's just better when it's fresh. Farm to store in 24, it's just better when it's with Tennessee cows. Who's going to argue with that around here? Maybe if you're from Idaho, you say, well, I know. No, Tennessee cows. We love Tennessee cows. So make sure you pick up a bottle of eggnog, and a special thanks to Weigel's, as they are my sponsor for this particular weather segment. We get back to the headlines. Rain at last, leftover showers tonight, spotty rain tomorrow. You haven't talked about the Vanderbilt game. I know. I'm still licking my chops over the Georgia-Missouri games, but that's just me. Maybe you're of the mindset. But there's a game. There's a game this weekend. For whatever reason, I don't know where I got the impression. I kept thinking this was in Nashville. No, this is a home game and it's on the SEC network. And they're only 2-9, so let's round out. Let's make ourselves 8-4. Can we do that? We'll go from 59 to 49. I think it's clouds, hazy sun and clouds. You take your pick. It'll be a good blend of the two. We're ranked number 25. 2-9 Vanderbilt not ranked at all. So let's just hope that we get some confidence built up again when this game starts at 3:30 this Saturday. By the way, it is right now 57 degrees at the airport. We have some showers in the area. No way. This hasn't rained forever. You say there's showers? Yes, there's showers out there. I'm pretty sure. I've seen the radar. I have the Captain Accurate Weather app. I've seen it. And you have the Captain Accurate Weather app, presumably. And you probably know, too, where it is raining right now. North wind at 5, relative humidity at 83%. Here's where we're going with a 100% chance of rain. Oh, what you're saying is we have a chance. Yes, we have a chance for not only rain, but periods of rain. Like it comes in, and it goes out, goes in, goes out. It's like the tide. It'll keep coming. You'll get more waves of rain that you say, this is kind of good. This is helping my grass make up for lost time. Temperatures today did officially hit 65 at 108 this morning, but I don't think we'll get much higher than 62, 64 this afternoon. So it's kind of like a bouncing ball that doesn't bounce quite as high. Now that 100% is at the top of my map there, and I left a 30% chance for leftover showers tomorrow. You might call it spotty showers, but best chance tomorrow is going to be in the Smokies, foothills, as I see it on Wednesday. Storm Prediction Center talking about some severe weather. Oh, there's still possibilities in Destin today. There's still some possibilities in Alabama and Georgia for some stronger, maybe severe storms, scattered as it might be in yellow. But this includes Dothan, it includes Mobile, this includes Montgomery. Atlanta may find some isolated severe storms. If you're traveling there today, maybe towards Charlotte, some of the storms might be a little more vigorous, which is why they're shaded in dark green from our friends at the Storm Prediction Center. Now, anything we get, rumbles of thunder, could cover anywhere in East Tennessee. So if you get a crack of thunder, or was that thunder? Could very well be, yes, some thunder today. Now, if you look closely, it's far eastern sections of North Carolina. I'm talking the Outer Banks that are dark green, so there might be a little hot spot tomorrow. But generally, it's northern Florida and southern Georgia that might have some thunder or severe weather there tomorrow. But that's Travel Wednesday. Thursday, gobble gobble, looks pretty good all across the lower 48 because we're going to have bright sunshine return. And in return it will. Lots of sunshine on Thanksgiving as you make your Thanksgiving plans. Now look at this. Normally I'd say look at this mess, but it's not a mess. It's an answer to prayer. It's been what many of you have been telling me, like somehow, like I'm the vending machine. I want some rain on this day and I want it dry on this day. I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm just the messenger. You know that. You know I'm just the messenger. But this rain does look like it's driving in thanks to the warm and cold front through 8 o'clock this morning. And the rain that's in Huntsville, where does it go? Heads toward Knoxville. Oh, nice, right before noon. And then we still have some rain coming down in buckets in some parts of the area. Slides away by 5 o'clock. We're tapering off to some leftover showers. There's 11 p.m. Most of it's pulled away. And even tomorrow, there might be some flare-ups like you see there. Maybe a flake for the higher terrain. That's a possibility. It looks like tomorrow evening. Now, as far as tomorrow midday, I should say Thanksgiving midday, the sun's out in full force. Beautiful day, some high-send cirrus clouds, and then maybe some drizzle possible on Friday. I don't expect much Friday itself. Here's another look at it. Pick out your favorite town. It is 6:58. Got to get you out the door, and you'll notice the rain does not stop. It only picks up in some areas in the foothills, Smoky, Sevierville, Tellico Plains, Madisonville, Athens. This is 9:30 in the morning. 9:30, that's just a few hours from now. I know. And it continues to spin in the Knoxville, Maryville area at 12 noon. So don't think it's just done. Now, if you're trying to get on the road today and you're heading west, you're going to be moving away from the storm. If you're moving to the east, you're kind of traveling alongside it, and that may not be what you want to hear. But some downpours in red, maybe a rumble of thunder. Morristown, 3:30, as this model would suggest. And again, these are different solutions to the same issue, but the time frame is still the same. It takes us through tonight with more clouds, mostly cloudy, maybe a leftover shower or spot of rain. I think tomorrow the better chance will come in foothills and Smokies like you see illustrated here. If we get some leftover shower, I left a 30% chance tomorrow. I think that there's probably a better chance than what is being depicted here. But eventually the sun will pull out, the clouds will pull out, the sun will come out for Thanksgiving Day. So here we go, 64 degrees. We technically already hit 65. Periods of rain, downpours, and some rumbles If I put an S on there, it would have fallen off my text there. But 64, Sevierville. 66 for Newport. Looking for a high in Wartburg of 61 degrees. Oh, yes, populate, please. There we go. There it goes. 67 for Chattanooga. If you're traveling today, this is an important forecast because if you're going to Asheville, they're not going to get out of the mid-50s. If you're going to Greensboro, they may be closer to 60 early on, but they'll be in the mid-50s today. In Memphis, Paducah 54, about 60 for Lexington, and 66 for Atlanta. So for tonight, we're down to 47, mostly cloudy with some fog, leftover showers. Winds 5 to 10. I suspect the winds today could easily be 10 to 20 for Knoxville because it could be different. There could be a difference between Oak Ridge's wind and Knoxville. They're just a few miles apart. But Hilltop and a Valley, huge difference as far as the winds today, just because of the driving nature of this storm system. 42 in Wartburg, 38, a low temperature tonight in Crossville, and there could be some patches of fog tonight. So we're down about 46 for Oak Ridge and Morristown and, say, White Pine, Jefferson City, Dandridge, 46, Sevierville, Seymour, 43, about 47 for Maryville, Alcoa for low temperatures tonight. Here is your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville, East Tennessee. There's that 100% again. You're talking confidence there, Aldrich. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that you're going to get some rain today, maybe a rumble of thunder. And that 55 on Wednesday is an early high. That's more like a midnight to 6 a.m. high. And then it's down. We're going to settle into the 40s. So dress for the 40s tomorrow. You'll be glad that you did because the 55 may be academic, kind of like the 65 is academic today. 58 for Thursday. Gobble, gobble. And I got the day on the wrong day. Isn't that atrocious? I just find that atrocious, Dave. That's just sloppy, David. You got the forecast for Tennessee right. You got the helmet in the right spot. But could you fix that for me? Because I'm having a hard time reading your numbers when I can't see which day is Thanksgiving. I made a goof. That is true. I made a goof for sure. But you can see if I move my travel, should be over here. You can travel any day you want. Let's make it Travel Wednesday, and let's make the Gobble Gobble here and the Thanksgiving here. That would be so much better. At least now, I think I've got all of my ducks in order. So that's where things should be, and I was pretty much rushed to get all the other things like power outages in there so you would have that information. Anyway, I say that in tongue-in-cheek. There's just a lot to take in. And hopefully, now that you have it. By the way, if you're on the call, want to say good morning to you. Juan is saying hello. I got some folks who are watching. Carol, Marilyn Bell says, hoping the rain puts out these wildfires. Wouldn't that be nice? Just kind of wet the landscape. Let's get the wildfires out of the conversation so that when you sit down for Thanksgiving, everything's nice and moist and they can't light matches very quickly. Let's hope. Let's hope that all comes to an end. Oh, and I see Felicia. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Be safe in the rain. And Wanda saying, yes, rain. Come by Tea and Treasures in South Knoxville, says Felicia, before the game on Saturday, and shop local. Good reminder. Make sure you shop local or consider shopping local. Why not? I mean, they're here, and they'd love to get your business for this special shopping season that really kind of starts tomorrow. Maybe it runs right through Black Friday and beyond. But I know Cyber Monday is the next thing, I guess, the thing to be thinking about. But if you're on the call, let me know, Steve and Diane, on YouTube as well. But very thankful for all of you. By the way, make sure you pick up the eggnog. It's back from Weigel's. It's back for a limited time. I love it because it's so yummy and rich and creamy, and it's perfect for the holidays. It's perfect for Thanksgiving as well. It's back, Tennessee's favorite, the favorite. As I picked up the biggest bottle I could get, the half-gallon, you might decide to get one or two of those bottles as well, heading out the door on your way to Grandma's. It's just better when it's fresh, better when it's with Farm to Store in 24. Very thankful for you, and very thankful for Weigel's. It's fuel and food that's fast, fresh, and friendly. We'll see you here next time.